Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from whatever time zone you may be in. This is Off the Grid Podcast with Aiden and Jared.
Gaining unauthorized access to the truth.
And what are we talking about today, Aiden?
We're going to be talking about one of my most favorite games and franchises ever, Pokemon.
Yep, mine too.
Yep.
And this one's going to be the wonders of the Pokemon world.
Oh, yes. And I'm excited for this one because it, just like the last podcast we did, let's recap a little bit, last time we did time travel, correct?
Yeah.
And part 2 was really, it was really awesome. We theorized a lot, we got a lot of our thoughts in, like I said, theorized our opposite, but we got our thoughts in, and we didn't come up with a very definitive answer.
Yeah, because there's so many different possibilities of how time travel could play into all these different time zones, different events that happen.
Yeah, and also because of the government aspect of it, because they won't tell us crap, so,
so it's all speculation in the last one.
Yeah, which, I apologize that we won't be able to give you guys a definitive answer, but that's just the way the government functions, so, maybe one day they'll reveal everything, but until then, I guess we'll just have to keep speculating. So that was, part 2. Make sure you, check that out if you haven't yet. It's a really good podcast. I think it's one of the best. Don't you agree?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And sorry about not being able to get a podcast out every single week. We've been really busy because it's summer and we got vacations and all that. Aiden went to DC.
Oh yeah, that was a fun trip. Oh my gosh. I learned a lot of things about our government actually, and let me tell you, the way that our government is run now, it is so different nowadays than from when it was. Like, there was so much I learned from, the Capitol building and how it used to be run and how the government used to function and stuff. Not to say that they become bad, but just a lot has changed. It really helped me gain some perspective on, where our country's been and where it's going to be heading if we don't recruit, the right, presidents or the right leaders, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So I really gained some perspective. And, that trip was awesome.
Yep, so be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're also on Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
And please be sure to check out Aiden's SoundCloud.
Yep,
and expanded now.
Yeah, expanded now. Yes, it's something I want to talk about for a while. Now I am in the process. I said process. Now, these are big companies. You gotta understand, Joe. These are big record companies. I'm going for companies like Atlantic Records. Have you heard of them?
Yeah, I think so.
Because they're the guys that have Jay-Z. They're the guys that have all these What is someone you've listened to? Other than from the radio?
I don't know. 21 Pilots.
Yeah, they're from Fueled by Ramen, but they're a division of Atlantic, subsidiary. But yeah, they're part of that. Justin Bieber's part of that, which I don't know why I want to become part of that company, but it's a big, it's just a big record company is what I'm supposed to, supposed to take away from this. But I also, since I make electronic music, I mostly focus on electronic labels, that are big electronic music. So one of them is called Spinning Records, and the other one's called, Revealed Recordings.
Mm.
Yeah, and one of my most favorite DJs, Hardwell, is part of that. Is part of Revealed Recordings. And I haven't gotten a response for him yet, but they say the best way is to actually email a DJ and send them a track so that they can support you, and then they can tell the company, hey, check out what this guy's been making, it's dope, and that kind of thing. Yeah.
That'll be really cool.
I've also been sending my tracks to a little, company you might know, Red Bull Records. You guys might know, anyone listening drinking a Red Bull right now, you might know Red Bull Records. My most favorite drink ever, personally, but yeah. That would be awesome to actually work for a company that's a subsidiary of my most favorite drink ever. That'd be amazing.
So Aiden's music is going to be expanded possibly into iTunes, right?
Yeah, every single platform. iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, even Tidal, if you know what that guy. If you know what that is, guys. Tidal's another streaming service, but yeah. Pandora, absolutely everything. The best part is that I can also maybe start actually making some money off my tracks. Because up to this point, SoundCloud doesn't really, provide you with, you don't get monetization, Joe, from...
Right, not like YouTube.
Yeah. So, yeah, maybe that'll work out, maybe it won't. I gotta wait 3 days. So, I posted all my tracks, sent it to them, I think the day before yesterday, so it should be good tomorrow. So, I'll find out then. And I'll post it on Facebook or tweet it out to you guys and say what the result was. So,
which is the same process that Apple Podcast we had to go through in order to do that, which that was even more of a hassle because it's dealing with Apple. If anyone's ever dealt with Apple before, you will know that it's a pain in the butt.
Oh my gosh, yeah. How long do we have to wait, Jared, for a podcast to get,
like
approved?
3 days or something?
I know. Well, That's not too bad then, because that's how long my music's taking.
No, I mean, like, getting it to that point, to, like, actually sending it to them.
Yeah, that was a nightmare.
Because I had to follow, like, tutorials on YouTube.
God,
I mean, I couldn't figure out how to do it on my own.
Now, the way that I uploaded my tracks was through this app called, Amuse. I'm gonna go on a little, advertisement here, because this company's just been so good to me. Amuse. If you guys don't have this app, you have to get it. If there's any other music producers out there like me that want to upload your tracks, get them out there, please use the app Amuse. AMUSE. They're just a really good company. Just trust me on this, guys. That's what I use, and they've been really good. So, yeah. Okay, that's all for that, but now back to the topic at hand. Okay, so Pokemon.
Alright, so I'm sure most of you that are listening to this podcast have heard of Pokemon, or have played it at least once in your life, or is a fanatic like me and Aiden.
Yeah.
I've played it since, like, 2006, 2007 time.
Man, at least 10 years. Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, more than that.
Your first game was Fire Red, right? No. Your first
Leaf
game
Green,
was
Fire
Green,
Red.
Yep.
Well,
Leaf
no,
Green,
both of them, because I got them both together at the same time.
That technically is what... Yeah, but then you gave Fire Red to me, huh? You gave Fire Red to me.
But I played both of them.
Yeah, you played both of them, but you gave one of them to... Man, I wish you would have kept that game.
I wish I would have kept my Game Boy, because my Game Boy was...
It's probably in a landfill somewhere now. I mean, and now I have a Game Boy, because you gave me purple Game Boy Color, remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Man, I really wish I would have kept that game now. Doggone it.
You could probably find something online, and then, like, for Game Boy Color even, and
you mean
hook it up.
You mean an emulator?
No, I mean, like, actually buy the game, the physical game.
Okay.
On, like, eBay or Amazon or
Well, you know what? I might give you back the Nintendo Game Boy Color, and I might just get a Game Boy Advance, because that's the best one, so I'm probably just gonna... get
Might as well, because...
Yeah. Alright, so anyway, even if you guys haven't heard of Pokemon, like, from Game Boy, obviously, everyone on the planet now knows a Pokemon because of one game, Pokemon Go.
Yes, Pokemon Go took the world by storm.
Yeah, and people are still playing it. They actually just came out with an update that finally allows you to trade. Finally.
Which, the funny thing about that is that it was shown in the trailer for Pokemon Go, and it took this long to come out for it.
Yeah, I'm like, are you freaking serious?
I think the developers of Pokemon Go wanted to get the game out there really quick, because people are like, again, like what me and Aiden were talking about the other day, and we'll talk about it more in the Weekly Geek Freak.
Yeah, but another game,
with being rushed games. And it's like, a lot of games are rushed just because the fans are like, where's the game?
Don't have to hype too much, Which is why I don't know. The game that we're going to be talking about, I'm not going to spoil anything, all I'm going to say is that its marketing sucked. The way that they handled it, the way that they put it out there to E3, the way that they... Well...
What, the new Pokemon game?
No. The game we're going to be talking about in the Weekly Geek Freak. You obviously know
I
told you. But yeah, the marketing for that sucked. The marketing didn't suck, it's just that they made a bunch of promises that they didn't... Well, okay, I'm not going to spoil it because
we'll get into it.
Yeah, now I said that half of you probably already know what the game is now, so... Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Okay, back to Pokemon though. Okay. Yeah.
Right,
so anyway, all you need to know is that Pokemon Go is big, so everyone probably knows about Pokemon now.
Yeah.
So
some shape or form.
Yeah.
And so recently, as y'all know, that the Nintendo Switch is like is now the biggest Nintendo console now. And now the speculation was, well, what game's gonna come out? Like, what Pokemon game is gonna come out?
Pokemon is one of, if not the second most, first is obviously Mario. The second most popular is probably Pokemon, if you'd have to guess. I mean, would you agree? That Pokemon's probably the second most popular Nintendo
like,
franchise?
if you look at Mario and Pikachu, those two mascots, you know exactly what they're from.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing, like, Sonic sometimes is debatable. Sometimes you know what Sonic's from, but some people are like, who the heck is that blue thing, that's because...
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, anyways.
One thing about Sonic was that his games have kind of fallen.
Yeah, but anyways.
Yeah, that's a whole nother podcast.
We're struggling to keep on track here.
We're not. It's just, no, we're not. We just love games.
We're having too much fun here.
Dude, it's fine. Yeah, so anyway, yeah. But they are now coming out with another game for the Switch, which I think this one is not like the game, the big game, if you guys know what I mean. It's not going to be the game for Pokemon fans. It's going to be more like a,
towards the casual gamers.
Yeah, I was actually going to say more like as a...
introductory?
As an appetizer. For the main dish, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, we talked about this, actually.
Yeah, it's called Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee.
Yes.
It's basically Pokemon Go on the Switch, right?
Yes, it's Pokemon... Well,
more... It's more like Pokemon Yellow, right? Is that what that... Pokemon Yellow and Pokemon Gold.
No, Aiden, those games are more like main RPG games. Those are like the mainstream games. This is like kind of like a spin-off.
Right, but I heard from Nintendo themselves they wanted to base this game off of Pokemon Gold or Yellow.
Oh, yeah. Like the gameplay, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant, yeah. They wanted to base it off
like the story, I mean, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about now. I was kind of confused.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this game is more set towards the casual gamers. If you watch the trailer for the game, you can tell that it's a lot more aimed towards a younger audience because you can tell with first off, the mechanics in the game are different than, like, say, one on the 3DS or something.
Because of the Joy-Cons and the motion controls, obviously. And
now you have motion controls use the Joy-Con.
That's gonna be so cool.
To throw the Pokeball to catch the Pokemon. But here's the twist, and whether you think it's a bad idea or not, you're going to have to just catch the Pokemon instead of battling it first before catching it. Which a lot of people are against that.
Yeah.
What do you think, Aiden?
I'm against it. But the thing is, I can wait. They say the main game is going to come out next year, right? And the main game is most likely for the hardcore fans like us. It's probably going to have the battle lane before you catch them.
I'm guessing it's going to come out fall 2019.
Yeah, and it's probably going to have that mechanic, right? The main game for the hardcore fans, it's probably going to retain
the normal mechanics.
Yeah, where you battle and weaken them because that's what we've grown to love.
Now, not to say that there might be new features,
right?
But
exactly.
They're not changing the whole entire aspect of the game,
right? And oh man, something Joe didn't mention. They're gonna have an actual Pokeball controller. Now, I don't know how the heck you're gonna move with that. How are you gonna...
It's kind of like those Tamagotchi things, where you take the Pokemon around, like the pet around.
No, what I mean is like how you're gonna move it in the game world. Like, you're supposed to tilt it? Like, is it like a Joy-Con? You're supposed to have a control stick? I mean, what I mean is like how do you make the character move in the game? You know, like your avatar.
Wait, you mean like if you go in real life?
No,
in the game.
Yeah,
okay.
in the like, you know, how you Jared. I mean, like actually, like making the character move.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you tilt the ball to make him move in a direction, or how is that gonna work? You know.
I hope it's not like an auto move stuff because that would kind of suck.
That'd be so lame.
Because then you won't be able to like fully explore your landscape if you can't.
First of all, guys, I recommend watching the trailer because the trailer's out. From what I saw from the trailer, it looks like you do tilt the ball in order to make him move. That's what it looks like.
Maybe tilt it forward to move
back, and then like if you want them to go like down but to the left, you would tilt it like, you know, kind of like at like a certain angle. You know.
I mean,
you're gonna make them.
Now, am I excited for this game? Yes, I am excited. Am I skeptical? Yes,
absolutely.
Because I'm not sure whether it's going to get good reviews on it,
right?
Or is it going to the gameplay mechanics, like actually controlling your character, gonna mess up the whole entire game for me?
Right. But what I am excited for, and what Jared is probably excited for also, is that your Pokemon can actually follow you now outside of your Pokeballs, which I think is amazing.
Which, if you refer to Pokemon Go, they're called Buddy Pokemon.
Yeah.
Which, I'm pretty sure that's probably what they're going to use for that term, too.
But fun fact, that's not where that trend started. That actually started, if I remember correctly,
in the Heart Gold.
Yep, that's what I was going to say, in Heart Gold. That was, what enemies did you face in that game? It was like Team something, right? Team, I don't remember. But yeah, that Pokemon Heart Gold was the first game to do that, so.
Yeah, and you're usually able to select what Pokemon, I think it's whatever Pokemon is first in your bag, like whatever is in like the lead-off. So, like, when you go into a battle, that's the first Pokemon you automatically throw out. That's the one that follows you in the game.
Yeah, okay.
Until you tell it, you know, like, hey, I want to switch this one out, and then you can just move it up. But anyways, supposedly you can have two Pokemon follow you. You have the one on your shoulder, and then one that falls behind you, right?
In the trailer, it was a very brief snippet, but I think I saw 3 following at like one point. I think I saw 3 following you.
Wow.
Yeah, but I want to speculate a bit about this more before we move on to the next thing. I want to talk a little bit about the actual upcoming main game. Do you mind if I talk about that for a little bit?
Sure.
Okay, so what do you think this is going to be like, this main game? I am actually way more excited for this than the upcoming one.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Most people are.
Yeah, because what do you think it's going to be like? Do you think it's going to be amazing?
Oh, yeah. It's going to have a whole new generation of Pokemon. This is going to introduce new Pokemon that have never been seen before. Well, probably over 100 new ones.
As with every generation.
Yeah. As with every generation, they always introduce like hundreds, like not hundreds, but almost 200 new Pokemon.
Yep.
And so this game is going to be brand new. Of course, it's probably going to have the same, you know, setup. Like you go to this town, you know, you go to the professor, get your Pokeball. That's all going to be the same.
You make a little house, and you
have
meet your
mom
and say, you're moving on to... Yeah, like
going on to my career.
Yeah, like always. That's in every game, you know.
Yeah, but that's the lore of the game.
Yeah.
So
man, the Pokemon world is so much lore.
I know.
We'll talk about it tonight, but yeah. But oh my gosh.
I want to mention something else before we move on any more into the the history of Pokemon and all that.
I want to mention something too.
So, again about the game that's coming out in 2018, the one that's supposed to be the so-called appetizer.
Yeah.
This
as
game...
I called it, yeah.
yeah, in quotations. I think it'll be a great way to keep Pokemon Go relevant.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because this is like... Now, I've heard this from other YouTubers, so I'm not trying to be like copyright here or anything, but
yeah.
I've heard from other people that it is going to be a way to introduce into the mainstream game.
Oh yeah.
Because this is supposed to be like the bait, basically, to get those people that are kind of like the casual fans, you know?
It is the bait to get the Magikarp.
Yep.
Yeah, that was nice though.
But yeah, it's trying to get those people that are the casual fans to become more hardcore, maybe more familiar with what the game actually is.
I think it's also a ploy to get people excited so they become hardcore so that they buy the actual game. Like the main hardcore game, so that they buy the ones that us fans love.
Yeah, they're trying to get those casual fans into the mainstream
hardcore fans
games.
Like we are, yeah.
And it's also... Sorry, and what were you saying?
One more thing about the... Yeah, you can finish this thought.
Okay. And also shows in the trailer, and we kind of failed to mention this, that there will be communication between Pokemon Go and this Nintendo Switch game.
Oh yeah, what we mean is that it's basically a trading system like, do you remember back in the Game Boy days when you would, I don't know if you remember this, Joe, but when you
hook up the wire between the two Game Boys
and you could trade Pokemon through that. Yeah, it's gonna be like that, but it's wireless. So, let's say, Jared, that you had an iPhone and I had a Switch. You'd be able to trade your Pokemon from your phone, from Go, and I could get it on my Switch. And then I'd be able
Which would mean that you can catch Pokemon in Pokemon Go and trade it into the game.
Yep.
Which also, if you didn't know, Aiden, that they have trading system in 3DS too, like wireless trading.
Obviously, yeah.
But my hope is that they have online trading in the new game.
Oh, man. Yeah.
At least have that.
Please.
That's like addicting because you can get shinies.
If they don't have it in this game, they're obviously gonna have it in the 2019.
Oh yeah, definitely,
obviously.
Certainly.
Yeah, and also one more thing about the 2019 game. Do we know anything about it yet? Like, have they said anything about it?
The only thing that the creators of the game has given out to anyone is just the fact that it's going to be a mainstream Pokemon game, and they're working on it. That's basically all they said.
We don't know if it's the...
It's just like Metroid Prime 4, you know, they
say... I'm still waiting for that game, yeah. But they basically said it exists.
Yeah, it exists. Yeah, that's basically what they said.
Yeah.
They really didn't give us any other information.
So we don't know if it's in the Kanto region, Unova, or any of that.
Yeah, we don't know. It's going to be a new region. It has to be, because there's new Pokemon. It's going to be a new generation.
So, with every new generation, there's a new region, then that... I didn't know that, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fun fact for you.
I call myself a Pokemon fan, wow. Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, so, this is gonna be... To finish this part of it off, Jared, what do you think? Are you gonna get this upcoming game that's upcoming right now? That's Let's Go Pikachu, or you're gonna wait and save your money until the big one?
I think I'm gonna get it, because I'm still gonna have fun with it, whether it's, kinda so-so or not. Because I think it's going to take over, like, since I'm such a hardcore Pokemon fan, I don't know how I can not want to get the game, you know what I mean? Because that's like missing out on, like, part of your childhood there. And progression into new games. Because this is like, we've been waiting for a Nintendo Switch Pokemon game.
Right, but with me, though, I'm not gonna get it, because, yes, this game looks cool, but... I see deep down that it's basically a Pokemon Go clone for the Switch. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna save my money. I'm gonna wait until the big one. I'm gonna get that. Because for me, that's worth the wait. To know that it's a mainstream game, that it's, gonna have actual combat before you, catch a Pokemon. It's gonna be like the games I've grown up with. You've grown up with. Pokemon Go we haven't grown up with, So that's why I want to get the...
It's a fun game, though.
Yeah, I mean, actually, who knows? I might pick it up. I'm gonna have to wait to see what the reviews are, but yeah.
There's nothing wrong with Pokemon Go, don't get me wrong. I absolutely love that game.
There's a bunch of bugs, but I mean, well, there was when it first launched, there was a bunch of bugs, but...
It's not as bad anymore.
No. Yeah. This game, though, is gonna bring Pokemon Go, like you said, Jared. It's gonna bring Pokemon Go and this new game together, and it's gonna connect people in a way that's never been seen before, I think, with Pokemon fans. That's gonna be amazing, I think.
Yep. I think it's a great way to bridge the gap between casual and, more hardcore.
Oh, yeah. Because if you have the casual fans, look at this game, like you said earlier, if you have the casual fans of this game, then you're going to, have them be introduced to the mainstream games, they're gonna be like, hey, okay, this is a series? And it's gonna be like, oh wait, these games can go a lot more in depth than I thought.
And it also might re-attract those fans that grew up, the original
Yeah.
I'm talking about that they're in their 30s. They're almost.
Oh yeah. Oh, like
you know,
my dad. Yeah, my dad probably was my age when the first Pokemon game ever came out. Yeah.
I mean, you got to remember
Yeah.
the Pokemon franchise started in like 95.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
around that time.
I wasn't even born yet. My
yeah,
dad.
it was before our time, even.
Mhm.
You know, a couple years before us. And
Pokemon Red, I think, was the first one I think ever made.
yeah, and
Man.
so
Jeez, so it's 25 years. Jeez, that's a long time.
I know it's a lot of time.
2 decades almost. Wow. I mean, over 2 decades, really.
Over 20 years.
Almost 3 decades.
Yeah.
Wow. They've done the Pokemon company. You've done good for yourselves.
Yeah, it's just kind of like Mario. You know, they just keep on going. You know,
I know
Mario's
they,
like
they don't stop.
they come out with something new every time.
Yeah.
And that they never cease to amaze me.
Yeah, and they're one of those weird games that, like Mario with Mario Odyssey, their games get better actually.
I mean, dude, when they make a new game, they sell like 7 million copies
I know,
a pop.
dude. I know. I mean, dude, heck, they have a Pokemon Con or whatever Pokemon or whatever, Pokemon Fest or whatever.
I don't know.
Yeah, but you know what I mean, right? That huge festival. It's
Yeah.
like, you know, yeah, they have that, you know? So Pokemon's a huge thing.
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't. When this new 2019 game comes out, the Pokefever is gonna spread again. Oh my gosh, it's gonna spread again. Oh my word.
Like
Okay.
wildfire.
Yeah,
All
okay,
right.
now with the lore. This is what I'm really excited for.
So what's the biggest thing in all of the game? What's the most important thing, Aiden?
Capturing Pokemon.
Yeah, and how do you catch Pokemon? You catch them with a Pokeball.
Pokeball.
And
those familiar red and white balls that open up like a can of...
magically open up and...
magically open up like cantaloupe when you chop it.
Okay. No.
Yeah. Magically open up like cantaloupe.
That was an
What the
awkward
heck?
pause right there. Okay.
Okay.
Anyways,
oh, that was funny.
So in the anime, the creator of the Pokeball, there's actually a person that created it.
He's a professor.
Yeah, his name is Professor Westwood. Now,
Yeah.
all the professors, if you don't know, the fun fact for you, all the professors have a name after a tree.
Yeah.
Professor Oak, Professor Westwood,
Yep,
Professor, there's like Maple maybe? No,
Yeah.
no, I don't know.
Professor
But
Maple. That's probably... That's like...
I don't know, but there's like,
Yeah.
I don't think that's
Just
one of
need
those
to know it's
professors,
named
but-
after trees.
Yeah, named
basically.
after trees, which is pretty neat.
And they've gotten kind of a reputation for being dumb. Because
some
actually,
of the professors
because...
are kind of kooky, you know?
yeah,
kinda weird.
because, like, the stuff that they put in the Pokédex is, like...
Like, wow, you got
They
kind
put that-
of scary too. If
yeah.
you look up
oh,
scary
that's what
entries,
I was gonna say.
yeah.
Yeah, there was some Pokédex entries that are outright disturbing. Like seriously, you know, Jared, you've probably seen some, you know, that some entries that are just outright disturbing.
Yeah, some of them we looked at them. It's pretty scary.
Oh man, yeah. Oh my gosh, one of them just pulling back into my mind. Ugh.
And so there's many different types of Pokeballs that could be found throughout the games and the anime.
Mm-hmm.
Each type of Pokeball has different uses while also having different catch rates.
Now, catch rates, I think, is exclusive to the games, correct?
Yes, because it's not like they say in the anime, wow, this has a 1.5 times chance to catch
Can you
it.
imagine?
Like, that'd be like, nerd. You know, you'd be out there.
No, that's an episode of, that's literally an episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Or literally an episode of Bakugan, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And there are 27 Pokeball variants.
Yep, 27. That's a lot.
Soon in 2019, I think they're gonna expand that to at least 28. You know?
Yeah.
With this new game, oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited, dude. To go back to that really quick.
So there's obviously the regular Pokeball, which is just white and red, and with a black line in the
Yep.
middle. And that's, of course, just a regular catch rate of 1 times, which it's nothing special.
Right, yeah.
And, so that's just the basic one. That's usually the one you begin with
Yeah.
in the beginning of the game.
You
You don't
begin
get
with-
anything special
No.
in the beginning.
And they're fairly easy to find.
Yeah,
You
they're
can
a
find them in
lot
grass
cheap. They're
and
cheap
stuff.
too.
Yeah, you can buy them in stores. You can get them in grass sometimes, or in
And
chests when you know.
Supposedly they're cheap because the material is a lot less,
yeah, that's
easier
what I
to
wanted
come
get
by.
into. I want to get into this a little bit too. Yeah,
which is also has to go with into the
lore.
lore of the game, but also in the anime, because if you watch the anime, it'll tell you how
Yeah.
hard it is to make certain Pokeballs.
Oh man, dude, that one episode about the Pokemon, was it in the Kalos Pokeball factory?
The Kalos region.
Yeah. That episode was so cool. Because like, yeah, you get to see how they made that episode was awesome.
Yeah,
No,
it was
you
great.
just see Pikachu riding on the conveyor belt. That was hilarious.
Yeah, that was a funny episode.
Yeah, so basically it's good, but it's practically useless. And compared to some of these
It's
other
nothing
ones.
special. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, if you have one,
It's
great.
average.
You can catch you can catch a lot of Pokemon with it. But
But you're not gonna be catching any Rayquazas, I think they're called. Rayquaza, yeah.
You're not going to catch no legendary Pokemon with it, which we'll get into.
You're not going to catch a Mewtwo. Yeah.
And so the next step up from that is a Great Ball, which has times 1.5.
Yep.
So it's only a half step up than from a Pokeball.
Yeah.
So it's not a whole lot better, but...
Now, hold on, before we move on, let's define what this times catch rate means in terms of Pokemon. What does this mean? Like, in terms of the Pokemon universe, what does 1.5 times mean, or 2 times, or... Do you want to explain what that means really quick?
What, like the 1.5 times?
Yeah, like, or just like what times means. The catch rate in times. Like, what does this mean for Pokemon, you know? What does this mean? It's I think it's like...
well, like, in the games, it describes it a ball for catching wild Pokemon more effective than a Pokeball. And then other games, it's like a ball with a decent success rate. A good ball with a higher catch rate than a Pokeball. You know, so it's just saying it's you know, a step up from a Pokeball. It's not like it's, you know, going into, like, mathematics and all that.
Right, because I was gonna ask, like, is it like with each step up, does it go like 2 times up, or does it increase by 5, or does it increase, you know, that's what I wanted to ask. No, like something along those lines, you know?
I mean, obviously, in a game, the game has to know the catch rate.
Yeah.
Because, it is like a mathematical, like,
yeah.
rhythm for the game.
That's another thing about mathematics, too, really quick. Is that these Pokeballs, I guess, are basically like supercomputers.
Yeah, like so for the Pokemon.
Yeah, for the Pokemon, these balls are insane. Like, the technology in the Pokemon universe in general is so much more advanced than anything we have today. I mean, obviously it's a, you know, TV show and a game, but,
supposedly, inside a Pokeball is, like, the habitat that, you know, works for that Pokemon.
It's called the ideal environment, and I guess it includes now, I guess this came from a source from Pokemon. It comes with a hot tub, a weight room, a picture of the trainer, a bed. It comes with a TV.
In case you forget what he looks
like. Yeah.
Right.
A TV, a couch, and yes, a Nintendo game system. Supposedly, that's all inside it.
Wow.
Supposedly.
I'd like to live in that. I could live in that, I think.
But I think the most realistic thing is that they're basically converted into computer data. Like, the Pokeballs, I guess, in my theory at least, they function as, like, almost like a, kind of, USB.
Right. But here's the thing, it kind of contradicts what it's saying. Well, if you do pull them into, like, a data, instead of being an actual, like, Pokemon
then how are they able to nod when they're in the Pokeballs? Because we've seen that before.
And also Ash is like, let's get our Pokemon, let them get some, you know, stretch their legs and stuff. So they're, like, releasing all the Pokemon out of the Pokeballs, they eat dinner together in the show, you know, so it kind of goes against that.
What about, like, if it's, like, a virtual reality thing, you know, where it's, like, still... in a virtual universe, but yet it's still physical to them in some way.
I mean, the question is, do they stand still? Are they, like, frozen in time kind of thing? Or are they, like,
we did see that one episode with that,
Dragonite,
when he was sitting in the ball and he was just, like, I guess he had a cross look on his face, but he was literally sitting there and it was, like, a small little circle.
Yeah.
Now, do you know if that show is canon to the series or no?
I mean, that episode?
Yeah, that episode or of that series in general is canon or no? Is it not canon?
I don't know if that episode was. I would have to rewatch it.
Yeah, because if it's canon, it's probably what it looks like, but if it's not, then, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, so, I don't know.
That would be something good to look up.
So anyways, the next step up from a Great Ball is an Ultra Ball, which actually has a 2 times catch rate, so that's probably the most popular Pokeball that you can find in the game.
Yep.
I mean, that's my favorite, because it's the one that I can rely on.
The most popular in terms of that's the one everyone wants.
Yeah, that's the one that everyone wants to go after. That's the one, like, when you get money from battling trainers.
Yeah, that's what you
spend it on Ultra Balls. You don't want to be like, well, I'm gonna, you know, go for quantity, so I'm gonna buy Pokeballs.
Yeah, no,
you know,
you want something where you can catch Pokemon.
I mean,
not more balls.
Ultra Balls might be the most expensive Pokeball in the Pokemon shops, like the Pokemon Center or the Pokemart. Yeah, Pokemart. But you know, it's worth it.
Yeah.
And so that's a catch rate of 2 times. And the next one is a Master Ball.
Now, this one you can't buy. This one has to be given to you by someone in the game. Now, the person that gives it to you varies between each game. Right? But yeah, it's basically, it gives it to you, and what does it do, Jared?
It's successful every time you throw it.
It has a 255 time catch rate.
So I would suggest don't use it on a Caterpie, because you're not going to get enough.
No, use it on, like, a Mewtwo or... I mean, what Rayquaza or something like that.
Some legendary. I mean, Moltres, use it on Articuno, Suicune.
I would use it on a Pokemon we're going to be talking about tonight within the lore of the universe. But, yeah.
Arceus,
Yeah, I would use it on him.
Or
because he's the god
there's,
Pokemon,
Darkrai, use it on those big guys, you know.
No, here's the one I would use on that. I would use it on Mewtwo, Mew, Arceus, Dialga, Palkia, or Giratina. Either of those, you know? Yeah. Because they're ultra powerful, so, yeah. Or that...
Or Articuno. There's Articuno, too.
Or Eevee, I think he's called. Eevee, that bird Pokemon from Pokemon Y.
Oh, yeah. Yveltal?
Yeah, him. He's a legendary, too. He's awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah, 2 times,
no, 2... Why did I say the Eevee? Just weird.
So, 255 times catch rate. So, that's pretty much, you know, there's no way that it can fail.
Wait, wasn't something we saw, though, where it said was 500 too? Didn't it say in one other article was 500 times?
I don't know.
What if catch rates vary between games?
Because
this says introduced in Generation 1, so maybe this is the Generation 1 version, and then, like, as they became more
Well, it just says introduced in Generation 1, but...
we can talk about that later, but yeah, it just,
But we're using the most reliable source, Bulbapedia.
This is a really good source, guys.
It has pretty much anything about Pokemon that you need to look up.
If you ever wanted to know,
whether you're looking up something about Ash, well, I mean, it even
to
has
find
information...
To find out his true age.
Yeah, I don't know if it even has that.
That has been a debate for years, hasn't it, dude?
Yeah.
That's been a debate for years.
He doesn't age, though.
He's an adult trapped in a kid's body.
Mm-hmm.
That must be hard.
So, and then the next one is the Safari Ball, which is basically, the Safari Ball has a bit of a story to it.
Yeah.
There's something called the Safari Zone, and it's in, like, the older games, like Leaf Green, Fire Red, and, which it's in other games, too.
Yeah.
But,
it's basically where you go in to watch Pokemon, right? Like you would in a real Safari, like you go out and look at...
No.
Really?
Safari Zone is where you're giving Safari Balls, which are only for that area. You go in there and you're not allowed to, like, battle any of the Pokemon.
Okay.
What you do, you get, like, rocks and bait, and you can, like, you can entice them to try to, you know, get, like, more friendly. And then you throw the Pokeball and you can catch them.
So it's kind of like,
It's kind of like the new Pokemon, Let's Go Eevee and...
Well, I was gonna say more like when you catch a fish.
Yeah, kind of like that, fishing. Yeah. You don't punch a fish and be like, yeah, and, like, weaken it, you know?
Which, coincidentally, fishing is also what they in Pokemon. Yeah,
you have different rods you can get throughout the game. You got ones like...
They got the Master Rod.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Wait, do they actually have that?
Yeah, actually, I think you're right.
Wow.
So it has the same catch rate as a Great Ball.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not bad.
No, not bad at all.
Now, I'm not really a big fan of the Safari Zone myself because, you know, it's just kind of like, well, I can catch those Pokemon anywhere else in the game, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah. But yeah.
Hey, dude, are we gonna be able to talk about all these balls? Probably.
We can go through them more. We'll try.
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna want to get the big ones out of the way at least, you know.
Yeah. So the next one is a level ball, which I don't think I've ever used one of these, but
this one is actually kind of cool in my opinion.
It's very complicated, actually. For the catch rate, it says 1 times if the player's Pokemon is the same level as or a lower level than the wild Pokemon. 2 times if the player's Pokemon is at a higher level than the wild Pokemon, but less than double double it 4 times if the player's Pokemon is more than double but less than 4 times the level of the wild Pokemon. 8 times if the player's Pokemon is of a level 4 times or more than the wild Pokemon. So,
oh my, what did you just say? Like, seriously, that is a mind.
So we're gonna shorten that up, that seemingly long description.
Basically, it's like a Doctor Who episode where he's trying to clean the Weeping Angels.
Well, here's the thing. So basically, what this thing is saying is if you have a stronger Pokemon than the Pokemon you're trying to catch, it has a better success rate.
Okay.
Yeah, so
why didn't they just say that? Like, instead of putting that in one description in there. Like,
because,
seriously.
I mean, think about it. Science descriptions are not supposed to be simple. They're supposed to be complicated.
Yep.
And this is basically science class, people.
This is why I'm a Christian.
People, welcome to science class.
Yeah.
Okay, so next thing is a lure ball.
Wait, one more thing. Does a lure ball have a story behind it? Is there one that made it
I don't know. There's not really a story behind the level ball, I don't think.
Okay. I just wanted to know. It did come from Azalea Town, though. So,
yeah.
Maybe that's what started. Okay, the next ball it's called the lure ball, right?
Yeah.
And do you want me to read this one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, the effect is, I'm gonna read the effect too. It allows the player to catch a wild Pokemon looks better while fishing. And the catch rate is 3 times if used on a Pokemon encountered while fishing. 1 times for any other Pokemon. So basically, it's meant for you to throw it into the water then. Basically is what this is? Okay.
Well, there's something also called a dive ball, which I'm pretty sure we're going to go into that, so it's something similar to it.
Yeah. Maybe it's more powerful, who knows?
I don't know. This one I don't think I've ever used.
Yeah. I mean, some of these Pokeballs I don't even find a use for.
Yeah, some of them are pretty useless.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's, so the next one is Moonball.
Yeah. I don't know what this is for at all. Like, really.
So let's take a look at this. It's 4 times if used on a Pokemon belonging to the Nidoran, or Nidoran, which is there's male and female, Clefairy, Jigglypuff, Skitty, or Munna families. Otherwise, 1 times. Always 1 times due to a glitch.
A glitch?
Huh.
What is that? Is that like soy related or?
Not sure.
Okay.
Anyways, so basically this Pokeball is very limited. You have to have, it's only limited to like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Pokemon.
Yeah.
So like, I don't see the whole point of the Moonball.
Well, one thing I should know is that you have to have something called a Moonstone in order to even use it. Yeah,
so it allows the player to catch wild Pokemon, works better on Pokemon that evolve with the Moonstone, which is very limited. I mean, there's not many
like
Pokemon.
6 Pokemon that even live on the moon in the first place, let alone... The number's probably even lower with those who use a Moonstone.
Yeah, so that's kind of a silly one.
Yeah.
And then there's the Friend Ball, which you're like, what the heck is that? Oh, great, I can catch a best friend now.
No, it literally says...
Allows...
the player to catch wild Pokemon. That's the same thing that the Pokeball does! Like, seriously!
Well, I'm gonna fork over $500 for this Pokeball because it says a Friend Ball. It's different than a Pokeball.
How much does this cost? They bought for $150. Hold on, wait, let me see the...
Does it say a price?
Yeah, it says $150 of their currency. And the Pokeball sells for $100.
Oh my gosh, it's like
and it's $50 more, and it's basically the same thing.
That's funny.
That's hilarious.
Don't fall for that trap. That's a marketing trap there. They're trying to get you.
That's as worse as, yeah. That's
okay,
bad,
so next is a Love Ball.
Ooh, Love Ball.
This one's interesting. It allows the player to catch wild Pokemon, works better on Pokemon of the opposite gender, but same species as the player's Pokemon.
Here we are.
So so this works probably great when you're trying to breed in the game, which you can do that. You for people who have never really done this before, but you go to the daycare center and you can drop off 2 Pokemon of the same breed, but they got to be different genders, of course.
Yeah.
And then you leave them for like, I don't know how long, and then you come back and there might be a chance that they'll be like, oh, there's an egg here, and like the daycare guy will give it to you.
This is what I love about Pokemon. It is so in depth. That like you can, it's so in depth, dude. It's like how animals reproduce in real life. That's what I love. It's just, it's so in depth, this world, in these games. It's so awesome.
You watch the anime, it'll drag you in because you'll watch it and you'll be like, it's just like
this world is amazing.
There's more to it in the anime than there is the game. Like,
for real?
Like more.
I actually think the games are deeper in my opinion, just because
a way
you're actually interacting with it.
Like but like you see in the anime, like they interact with the Pokemon more than you would in the game. Because I mean, it's not like you can physically talk.
Right, but I'm saying in the games, there's more you can do. The more you can actually be a part of. If you know what I mean. Because they're controlling everything. So.
So anyways, it's 8 times if used on a Pokemon of the same species and gender as the player's Pokemon. So that is very useful, especially if you're trying to catch multiple of that same Pokemon. So I could see that being a very useful one.
So Jared, what is the next one?
A Heavy Ball.
Ooh.
Oh, this one's very difficult.
Let me guess. Is it one that's used for big Pokemon?
I think so. It says allows the player to catch wild Pokemon, works better on heavier Pokemon.
Yeah, like I said.
Which, that's when it will come in handy to look at the Pokedex, because the Pokedex says the weight of every single Pokemon, the height and weight.
Alright.
So I guess we don't really need to go over that, because that's like a lot of, it tells you like all the different weights, like what the catch rate is and stuff, so that's a lot to go through. You don't need to know it, but yeah, so that's basically what it is. And then there's a Fastball, which allows the player to catch wild Pokemon, works better on fast Pokemon, or Pokemon able to flee from battle. Ooh. So one of those, an example, that would be an Abra, which if you ever try to catch an Abra in the game, even Pokemon Go, you try to catch Abra, you basically have one chance to catch it before it flees, and you can't do anything about it.
Yeah, man. That has to be so frustrating, when you get, like... Because Abra's pretty powerful, right?
Once it evolves into, like, an Alakazam, Which is
You were gonna say Abracadabra,
no,
weren't you?
it is Abra is the first, Kadabra, and then Alakazam.
So it's actually like, wow.
Abracadabra, Alakazam.
Wow.
That's
so
the evolutions.
It's probably like it probably came from like a musician. A musician was probably the first one to own it then. You know,
You mean
like
magician?
Yeah, music. Oh my gosh, I said musician. Jeez. Oh my gosh, I said musician.
That's funny.
Oh, a musician Pokemon that can hypnotize people. Dad is like some Donkey Kong Country stuff right there.
Yeah.
If I'm talking about like
So-
TVs. Da 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 da. Oh jeez. Okay, so that is. Oh, okay. Yep. Fastball, speedball, and now the last one in Generation 2 is the Sport Ball, and this is so funny. 1.5 times catch rate, but the effect. It allows the player to catch wild Pokemon in the bug catching contest.
So that must be that's like, well, I don't know. I don't think I've ever done that, but it must be like kind of like the Safari Zone, but like
sounds pretty useless. Like seriously.
Yeah, it's only.
Whoever catches the most Caterpie wins the contest. Why would?
I think that might have actually been in the anime in an episode or two or something like
what
that.
does it do? One amount of giant nets everywhere. It's trying
Like those little the little trainers with the net in their hand, and those are the classic ones you always end up battling in the games.
Yes.
So,
oh look, I'm gonna catch myself a butterfly.
Okay,
Jeez.
so the Premier Ball is an interesting one. It doesn't say much on it, but I know a little bit more about it than what it says. It says it allows the player to catch wild Pokemon. But
okay, now we've had first of all, before we go into this, we've had 3 balls now. Well, 2 more balls now that almost seem like exactly like the Pokeball.
yeah,
What
which
the
is
heck?
like no different catch rate, and
Yeah.
it just says it does the same thing. Now, the interesting thing about this is the Premier Ball is almost like an extra. What I mean by that is like what will happen? You'll get like a bunch of Pokeballs as a gift or something, or
Yeah.
no, not like as a gift, but like you go to the Pokemon Mart. Say you buy some Pokeballs before you're gonna go out on on another trip or something. You're about to go to the next town, and you want to make sure you have enough Pokeballs.
Yep.
Say you buy 20 Pokeballs. They might throw in a Premier Ball as a gift. They'll be like, here's a bonus thank you for buying 20 Pokeballs. There's a Premier Ball.
Well, can you also get it if you like battle someone and like they lose? And get one from that too, like
not normally.
battles,
It's usually just money.
Okay.
You get money. So basically, you can make a living being a Pokemon trainer.
What about if you trade? Could you get it through trading with other people that play the game?
Like, yeah, they might maybe it was already caught with a Premier Ball, so it might.
Yeah.
The neat thing is that it keeps track of all the different Pokeballs that are used to catch.
Oh, sweet.
So, like, say you caught a Caterpie with a Premier Ball, you will see that Premier Ball in the trading process.
That is so cool.
It's not like it reverts back to a regular Pokeball.
Oh, that's so cool. And that's in the games, correct?
Yes.
That's
in the newer games, yes.
The amount of detail that's put into those games is what I love about it also. That's insane.
So that's interesting about the Premier Ball. It's kind of it's useless, but it's neat. Repeat Ball is the next one. You want to do this one, Aiden?
Yeah. This one allows a player to catch wild Pokemon. Works better on Pokemon that are registered in the Pokédex as caught.
So it means previously caught Pokemon, it'll work better with.
Why would you want that?
Because what if there's like a stronger one, that like is like level 80, because
just use a Pokeball for that. I don't understand some of these Pokeballs. They're just... Tell me if this is good logic. Using a ball to catch a Pokemon you've already caught rather than rather than
level up
the one you already have. What use is that?
Well, here's the thing. Trying to level a Pokemon up that say you started out at level 10, and you're trying to get him to go to level 100, which, for people who don't know, level 100 is the max.
Level.
Yes.
Max level for any Pokemon, yep.
Getting it to that level is difficult, because once you start getting into the 60s and 70s of those levels, leveling is like right at the end of a battle, it's go bloop, like it's a little like boop,
the balls go really slow at that.
Like the little level up bar is like barely moves. I mean, if you battle like a level 15 Pokemon and you're level 60, it's not even gonna move up an inch.
Now, if you battle a Pokemon that are equal your level, will it be fine?
Oh yeah, it'll probably go up normal.
Okay.
I'm
but
guessing.
If you battle a Pokemon is it possible to battle a Pokemon that's level higher but still win? If you use like the right strategy? Like say you have a Pokemon level 70 and the enemy's like Pokemon level 90. Like, is it possible to beat it if you use like the very right strategy and you actually plan out and like if you use potions and stuff? Is it possible
yeah,
to
you
beat
could
them?
just keep. That's what I do. A lot of times when I was like battling the Elite Four, most of the time I can't go a whole battle
those are tough
without.
people.
I mean, they're tough. You go in there, I lose a couple times.
Yeah,
depending. Because you got to make sure you're prepared. You got to make sure A, you have enough potions.
Yeah.
B, you have enough potions for healing, but there's also like status effects that'll, like potions that'll help with status.
Yeah.
You know, like
you mean like poison, paralyze, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, paralysis and stuff. Because that could
Shock.
definitely.
What if you get shocked by a bunch of
Poison
Pokemon?
is the worst because it takes out a little bit each round.
The one I hate is when you get charred. Like when you get
you keep getting burnt. Yeah,
that I freaking hate that.
Now paralysis.
That's so annoying.
Now, if you have paralysis, you can go through the rest of the battle.
Yeah,
most likely.
It doesn't do damage to you, but it leaves you vulnerable to attack. Bro, that's what.
It might stop you from attacking because you'd be like, you're paralyzed, can't move.
Yeah.
But
it doesn't actually directly hit you, though, right?
No, it doesn't take out any life points. It just stops you from attacking. Sometimes.
The most annoying ones, in my opinion, though, are the fire ones and the shock. That's freaking annoying to me.
Yeah.
That's just, oh my word, I hate the burn one.
So anyways, next one is the timer ball.
Ooh.
This one's,
Do you want to talk about this one, dude?
Sure. It says allows the player to catch wild Pokemon, works better in battles that have lasted longer.
Ooh.
So, in that case, technically what you could do was, you can just say, battle as long as you can, like do little attacks, don't use real strong ones.
Yeah.
And so if it lasts a lot of rounds...
Just gradually weigh down the health.
Now, you don't even have to do the health, technically. You could just see how long you can keep going in rounds, and then throw it.
So this ball, I think, would be good, well, I don't know.
With stronger Pokemon.
I was gonna say... I'm so dumb. I was gonna say with the Elite Four, but I'm like, wait, you can't capture other people's Pokemon, I'm an idiot. You can't capture... I just remembered that,
If you're in the game and you actually try to catch someone else's Pokemon, you can't catch other people's Pokemon. It'll say in the little information.
And you would have actually wasted a ball, right? Like, don't you actually waste a ball? That ball doesn't get returned back to you, right? That ball doesn't get returned back. So don't waste balls on other people's... I made that mistake when I was playing Pokemon for the first time. You probably did too, trying to catch other people's... Yeah, I was like, oh, okay then.
Or if you're like me and made the mistake where you can't frickin' save the game.
We talked about that last week on Week of the Week. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That happens sometimes.
Yep.
Well, I mean, when you're younger and you just started playing, yeah.
When you're a naive 12-year-old kid. Yeah.
Next one is a nest ball. Allows... go ahead, Aiden.
You want me to do this one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Allows the player to catch wild Pokemon, works better on lower level Pokemon. Wait, so is this basically the same as that one other ball? Because there was another one that's like that. Is it a fly ball or something?
I'm not sure.
Oh my word! And it goes for 500, like in whatever the currency is in this universe.
Oh, that could be. I think it's in yen.
Yen?
Which I'm not. I'm not very good with conversions of money there, but
no, I'm saying like, are you sure?
Because in the game, in the game, it's yen. It's not dollar.
So it's like. So it's a real currency then. It's not like
yen is Japanese. Currency,
I know it's Japanese currency, but I was asking like. In the game, like in Lord of the Rings, they have their own fake currency that they use in the universe. I'm saying this.
There's no. Yeah, that's a real currency. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. They don't have their own.
No fake.
Okay, currency. Right. Okay.
Yep. So nest ball. That's basically what it is.
So it's not like rupees from.
Yeah, from Zelda.
Yeah. Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
Zelda. Jeez, I'm an idiot.
Need to drink some more of that Red Bull to wake up.
It's all out. Wait a minute. There's a little swig left. Hold on.
Keep going. Okay, so the next.
I
said the net one. I meant the next one.
The next one. You said the next one again. The next one is the net ball.
No, I said the net one is the next. I was gonna say the off-around.
Oh my word.
Okay, so I was gonna say it was the next one is the net ball, but I was gonna say the net one is the next ball. I'm like,
the net one is the next ball. What a tongue twister!
What does the next ball do? It chooses whatever Pokemon is supposed to be next. It'll catch that one better.
Basically the Pokemon. Can you imagine if they actually came out with that? Oh my gosh, there's a business meeting for a new game. Oh my gosh, what would I do? We should make a Pokeball called the Next Ball. It basically allows you to catch a Pokemon after. Great idea, let's sell it!
Well, you know what? Like, it could be like, where it's a Pokeball, if you fail to catch it the first time, it comes back, and then the next Pokemon that you're ready to catch, it catches it.
That's just called the Boomerang Ball. That's a catchy name. Wow, Boomerang Ball.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Wow. Yeah, so anyway though, the net ball. This is the one I think that's water. It focuses more on water. It says allows the player to catch wild Pokemon, works better on water.
And bug type. Okay. That makes sense.
Pokemon, this does not attack. Wait, not attack. This does not stack, sorry. This does not stack if the Pokemon is both types. Which kind of stinks. I think that it should. Increase double. But, I mean, it's just me. And it has a 3.5 time catch rate, so...
Now, the next one, I've used the net ball.
What situation have you used it in? Probably in a bunch, right?
Not a whole lot. I think I've used it on bug type. I don't remember using it on water.
Right.
So anyways, the next one...
This is the one that we've talked about before, the one that we mentioned. This is the dive ball.
This is the dive ball, which is actually neat if you think about it, because it allows the players to catch wild Pokemon, and it works better on Pokemon encountered underwater, or while surfing or fishing.
Now, this one is actually very useful.
Yes,
right?
like, think about it. If you're in real life, and you're going, like, swimming in, like, going in a lake or something, and there's a Pokemon, you have that dive ball, you can throw it. It's basically... like regular, like you're throwing it out of on the ground, you know,
and it kind of looks like a torpedo almost.
Yeah, so it goes like regular speed
like,
towards.
It looks like a torpedo, you know, like it hones in on it and it just
I mean, that's probably one of the coolest. I think
and it's one of the most useful, I think, too.
Yeah, I mean, depending.
You can catch a Gyarados with that thing. Probably.
Oh heck yeah, that'd be the best one to use it for, and it's a 3.5 times catch rate if used while underwater. So that's pretty good. That's better than Ultra Ball too. So.
And the thing I like about every Pokeball is that even water balls can be used on land, too.
Yeah, it can.
I mean, they're not as effective, but, you know.
But it's 1 times otherwise, so it'd be just a regular Pokeball.
That's what I meant, that's what I meant, yep.
Yeah.
Now, Joe, question. Would you be willing to use a Master Ball on a Gyarados?
Oh, heck no. Not a Master Ball.
Okay.
That'd be silly, because Gyarados are not rare. Now,
well, they're freaking powerful.
They're powerful, but
they're not rare.
They're not worth a Master Ball.
No. Yeah, maybe an Ultra Ball, right? Maybe.
Yeah, Ultra Balls are expendable. You can throw them. Now they're costly, but expendable.
Okay, the next one is the Luxury Ball. This is the Luxury Ball. I think it's next. Yep.
Does it really say much about it?
It's gorgeous. Pokemon. And the catch rate is 1 times. Yet again, another Pokeball copy.
Well, a description in the game, if this helps at all, is a cozy ball that makes Pokemon more friendly.
Wait, what does it say? Oh, okay.
Right here by RSE.
So it's also basically the fun ball.
Basically.
So it's copying 2 different kinds of Pokeballs. Wow. So did the Japanese developers just be like, we've run out of ideas. Let's just combine previous ones we've had before. Oh, okay, that sounds good.
Yeah, so that's, I'm gonna put a stamp on that, and it's gonna say worthless.
Yep. It's got the official Jared and Aiden worthless seal.
And it has me with a thumbs down.
Yeah, me too. And it's got me with the old grandma-looking face with her glasses down, like, give me the look. Yeah.
And the next one is next one is really cool.
Now we're moving on to Generation 4 now, so.
Yep.
Okay, this one. What's this one called, Joe?
This one's called a Heal Ball.
Ooh, what's this?
This one it just says allows the player to catch wild Pokemon, but
the catch rate is 1 times 2. Also.
Yeah. It just fully restores a caught Pokemon's HP and all the status problems that might be there. But here's the thing, and it was mentioned in other YouTube videos, why would you need it? Because it's like, if you just go to a Pokemon Center, you can get it healed, you know?
Well,
it's
what
like,
if you're out deep in the woods and you don't have access to a Pokemon Center, you know?
That's true, and like, what if you're like...
What if you're battling the Elite Four and you're stuck in a gym, you know?
But why would you be catching a Pokemon in a gym? You can't do that.
No, but you can attract your Pokemon, and, you know...
No, it only works once. The heal factor only works once.
Okay, that's an element that I don't like. That's something they need to fix then.
That's why I'm saying that the heal ball only works when you first catch that Pokemon.
Okay.
Now, I've had it before where I was... You know, you can carry up to 6 Pokemon in your backpack.
Yeah.
Well, I've had it before where I had only 1 Pokemon that was, like, barely still alive, and I was out in the woods, and I wasn't even near a Pokemon Center, and...
It would be a much better strategy, at least in my opinion, to carry a lot of potions instead.
Yeah, but, like, what if you used them all up, you know what I mean?
Like, oh, crap,
I had no revives left, and I'm like, I can't help my other Pokemon that fainted.
Yeah.
You know, so you're like, well, what do I do? Then you can use the heal ball to catch a random Pokemon that might be powerful.
Yeah, but what if you use it on a Pokemon that stinks and now you got someone like Arceus who's low on health and like, oh crap, I used that already, you know?
Yeah.
That would be bad. Because you can't get Arceus back if you kill... Well, Pokemon will die, but...
And here's something too...
Wait, question real quick.
Yeah.
Do you keep Pokemon once they faint? Are they still in your backpack?
Yeah, they're still in your backpack. It just shows a red bar instead of a green bar.
Okay,
yeah.
so you just have to revive. Okay, cool. Okay.
And, but here's the thing, and many people don't realize this. When you send a Pokemon to your PC, which is basically a database where you get all your Pokemon, you know, all the ones you caught.
Not only that, but also you can store your items in there and everything, so.
Yeah,
and, stuff in the backpack, yep.
But the PC is, like, accessible by the Pokemon Center. You go in there and there's a little PC by the desk and you can go pull out whatever you need.
Now it's kind of confusing too because PC can mean either Pokemon Center or personal computer. So like when you say PC, sometimes you don't know what they're talking about. Right? They're like, are you talking about Pokemon Center or are you talking about?
I mean, I've never ran into that issue because I've always, grown up with like, oh wow, the PC is where you go get your Pokemon out of.
Yep. Okay.
It's basically like a bank for your Pokemon. Like
basically.
you put
Yeah.
So yeah. And here's the thing: if you put your Pokemon in the PC and then you take them out immediately, it automatically heals them. So that's a thing. Like
it's another healing thing then.
So like, say if you transfer, because there's a new feature in the games, in the newer games, where like, say you have 6 Pokemon, all right, already in your backpack, and you catch a Groudon. Which Groudon is obviously a legendary.
Oh, he's awesome.
But say you...
Wait, I can see him a lot later.
Yeah, say you catch him, and you already have 6 Pokemon in your backpack. It'll give you the option to send it to the PC automatically.
Wow.
So, say Groudon's on like 1 HP or something.
Yeah.
It gets sent to the computer, it's already automatically healed.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
And then when you pull him out later, he's like, nothing happened. He's all healed.
He's ready to kick more butt.
Yeah. So anyways, that's all long and drawn out about the heal ball, but yeah. And then Aiden, what's the next one?
Jeez, I made the same mistake. The next one is the Dusk Ball. This allows a player to catch wild Pokemon, works better when used in caves or at night. Obviously, it's why it's called the Dusk Ball. And it's 3.5 times if used in a cave or at night, and it's 1 times otherwise. So, yeah.
Which I'm pretty sure in the games, that the time of day changes.
Yeah.
So
there's a day-night cycle. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know about in the older games actually, but like in the newer, more updated ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I could see that. I could see the Dusk Ball being very, very helpful.
Yeah.
Because you can wait, what's the price? It's 1,000 though, so it's pretty expensive, and you can only sell it for half that amount at 500. Yeah.
All right. Next one, Joe. What's the next one?
The next one is the Cherish Ball.
What?
Contains event Pokemon.
Oh, event.
I think that means like Pokemon that are like might be shinies, maybe. Like it might actually have one in there.
I love shinies so much.
It says a quite rare Pokeball that has been specifically crafted to commemorate an occasion of some sort.
So it's like, oh, you celebrate, you're the hero. We're gonna give you this ball, but location's unobtainable. That's interesting.
That must mean that like someone gives it to you.
So wait, does it say that for the Master Ball then too? I think.
I don't know.
Yeah. It's weird.
Interesting. And then a Park Ball.
This is the next one. The next one is a Park Ball. Whoa.
That has the same catch rate as a
Master Ball. Whoa.
What is
this one? Okay, this one, the effect says, we catches Pokemon sent through Pal Park. What is Pal Park? Do you know what this place is?
No.
Let's look it up really quick. Let's click this really quick.
Oh, okay. It's Pal Park. This used to be the location of the Safari Zone, but is now the Pal Park. Route 221 in Fuchsia City.
And it's in the Sinnoh and Kanto regions.
Ooh. I think I failed to get there before.
And it's in Generation 4.
I've been on this map before though, so I played this game. It's just I don't remember doing that.
Generation 4 core series games. According to Professor Oak, Pal Park attracts Pokemon from other regions.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
Neat.
Yeah. So, but why is it so powerful though? I'm going back to the Park Ball itself. Why is it so powerful? Well, let's see.
I don't know. It just says catch rate 255.
Oh, hold on. There's a note here. Note: Pokemon recaught with this ball in Pal Park will retain the ball in which they were originally caught in Generation 3. Not to be confused with Sport Balls, which were known as Park Balls. In Generation 2. It is not programmed as an inventory item in the Sinnoh games. Okay. Don't know what any of that means, but...
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay, so now we're moving on to Generation 5. Yeah.
Which is only in Generation 5 this Pokeball is.
Yep.
It's the Dream Ball, which it allows the player to catch wild Pokemon in the Entree Forest, which catch rate 255.
It's 5 again.
So another one that's up there with the Master Ball. Now, I don't know about...
Why are all these... Oh, I have a theory. Each of these games, the technology has grown better and better. Like the conductors inside the Pokeballs have grown better. So, with each new game, they have created balls that can be more like the Master Ball because of the technology they develop, Yeah, that's basically my 2 cents on that really quick. That's my rant, but yeah. That's interesting. 255 times,
So it must mean, because it's only in that forest.
Yeah.
So that must mean that...
Maybe the forest itself has an amplifying effect on the ball for some reason, I don't know.
Maybe
that's where it was created and it's like that's like a thing for its owner or whatever, I don't know.
I don't know, I think it's really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. And that's the only Pokeball for Generation 5, wow. That's the only new ball introduced for Generation 5.
It must be all the other ones that we talked about, but then they added that one.
Yeah.
Into it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So so
it's not like that was the only one that was ever in the game.
So Generation 6 now.
You want to go ahead, Aiden?
Yeah, this is the last generation, so this is the current one.
Yep.
Right, the one right now. Okay. This is the Beast Ball. That sounds awesome. Allows the player to catch wild Pokemon, works better on Ultra Beasts.
What?
What are Ultra Beasts?
I don't even know what that is.
Okay.
A special Pokeball designed to catch Ultra Beasts. It has a low success rate for catching others. Now, I'm not too sure what Ultra Beasts mean. Let's click on it.
See, yeah. Let me read this. Ultra Beasts are a group of extra-dimensional Pokemon originating from Ultra Space. So they sound like Pokemon that are like Giratina and stuff, basically.
They possess power that transcends humans' understanding of the world. Ultra Beasts infrequently appear from Ultra Wormholes in Alola. So this is the reason why I don't know about this is because I didn't really watch the Alola series that much. So is this
part of the
this games? This is the newest generation right now. What's going on now on
This
TV.
is in the games though, still, right?
Games too, yeah, probably.
But this whole Ultra Wormholes part is in the anime?
I think so, but then again, I haven't really watched the newest anime.
Yeah, because you gotta remember in Pokemon Platinum they had wormholes and stuff like that. So,
this one's interesting.
This is the what was that dimension? It was like it was the dimension that Giratina was in. Yeah. Okay. So basically, they're not god Pokemon, but they're pretty dang close, I guess. Then. Okay. Cool.
So basically, it's saying that there's a lot of Pokemon out there that's not even on Earth that people don't even know about. You know, that are out and you have to go travel through a wormhole to get to it.
Alright. Wait, so why is it catch rate only 5 times? You would think that would be something that also be 255 times, you know?
You would think because they're like so powerful or something, you know?
It must be, Okay, wow. And then that's all the Pokeballs, so...
So yeah, that's pretty neat. Yeah, so some of them are deemed useless, as from me and Aiden, but other ones are very helpful.
Oh yeah, for certain, yeah.
So there's different ways that people can look at the Pokemon world. They can look at it as just, well, there's Pokemon you go out there and catch. They're just, you know, like our world. You know,
there's a fun game. It's just, you know, like you taking care of a dog, basically.
Yeah.
A dog that shoot fire and lightning and all
well, yeah, a very powerful dog.
Come. Oh my gosh.
But there is actually
a lot of lore behind this world. There's a lot of story behind it. There's a lot of it.
There's a creation story, just like how in many religions, you know, each religion has a creation story, a different way of going about it. This one resembles more of like a Christian kind of way, I think.
Which is what I love. Yeah, because of like the god Pokemon last season, then it creates 3 Pokemon, which I think is supposed to be like it creates 2 Pokemon, and then Giratina I think is supposed to be like Satan, I guess. You know?
Yeah.
So, like, it's like the Holy Trinity, you know? Arceus, Dialga, Palkia, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's kind of cool, actually. Wow, okay. So, yeah. It says, basically, you may look at all the Pokemon that seem throughout the game and anime and wonder how this all came to be. Well, we're gonna tell you this origin story, alright? So, want me to read this,
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so this is the creation of the universe. Now, what you guys need to know is that first off, there's going to be different phases that we divided this into because it helps us to better understand. And before I start, thank you so much to the YouTuber Dobbs. This is how we did our research, so thank you to you, dude. You know, he provided really good content, so...
And shout out to Bulbapedia, too, for all the information. We're getting all the information from you guys, so...
Yeah.
Very helpful.
To Dobbs and Bulbapedia, thank you guys. Yep, okay, so creation of the universe. In the beginning, there was nothing, only a vortex of complete chaos and emptiness. But in that vortex lies an egg. In the egg resides the god Pokemon, and the very first Pokemon in existence. He is known as Arceus. Arceus hatches from the egg and creates 3 different Pokemon known as Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina. Which again, I said points back to the Trinity and, you know, the devil and all that. Who are given powers to control space, time, and antimatter, respectively. But because of its destructive nature, Giratina is banished to the Distortion World. That's what it's called! Okay, I was wondering that. Is banished to the Distortion World by Arceus. Then after that, Dialga and Palkia create the universe and the Pokemon world. Then afterwards, retreat back to the respective dimensions. The only way these Pokemon can be accessed with an ancient artifact called the Spear Pillar, which resides in the Sinnoh region. But Arceus isn't done yet. Still has a lot of work to do, obviously. Arceus also creates the Pokemon Uxie, Mesprit, and Azelf, I think is what they're called, which give knowledge, emotion, and willpower to every living thing that comes into the Pokemon world. After this, the 3 of them dive into Lake Verity, Lake Valor, and Lake Acuity. Lake Valor. I guess that's where the name Team Valor came from Pokemon Go. It's kind of cool.
Interesting.
Yeah, in the Sinnoh region, where they're given the name the Lake Guardians. Much time passes, which give rise to 3 Pokemon known as Kyogre, Groudon, and Rayquaza. One little thing real quick. When me and Jared are thinking of this podcast, Jared accidentally typed in Groupon instead of Groudon.
Yeah, so I was cracking up because it's like, creators of the universe, like, Groupon. I'm like, what? Wait, Groupon? I meant Groudon.
You stupid, it's Groudon.
Stupid autocorrect.
Yeah, oh jeez. So what, is he the creator of coupons?
Yeah.
Oh man, I was joking about that.
Accessible to all.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Okay, so anyway, yeah. To get lots of the Pokemon is Kyogre, Groudon, and Rayquaza. Kyogre is formed by pressure in deep sea trenches. Groudon is formed deep within the earth from hot and magma and rock, basically volcanoes. And Rayquaza is formed by minerals in the ozone layer. Rayquaza starts flying around in the ozone layer, only occasionally stopping at the Sky Pillar to rest. Thus, these 3 Pokemon come to be known as the Weather Trio. Kyogre and Groudon start to fill in the sea and create the land. They then end up meeting, which then causes them to have a cataclysmic battle, which rages on until Rayquaza arrives to quell it, which sends Kyogre and Groudon into special caverns where they rest until years later. By years, we mean millions of years, you know, with the events of Generation 3. Now, there's something called blue and white orbs. This is kind of important, actually, in relating to them. The blue and white orbs are made to prevent Kyogre and Groudon from ever reawakening again. Now, Jared, why would you think that's important?
Because once Kyogre and Groudon awaken, they're gonna continue battling, right? They're gonna start,
right.
And it's gonna start causing destruction throughout basically the whole entire Earth, right?
Yeah, and it's each time they battle will have a fit. It's apocalyptic, basically, you know.
And then, of course, Rayquaza is gonna have to come in and try to stop it again.
He's like a babysitter. He's like a babysitter.
Kids, quiet down.
Yeah. Or he's like that 50-year-old dad who's like, "Could you shut up, please? I'm trying to do work here."
But you know what? Side story here, though. I love Rayquaza.
I know, he's awesome. He is amazing.
Now, people will disagree with me and say, like, oh, well, what about,
what about Mewtwo?
What about Moltres? What about Articuno? What about, like, Zapdos?
Moltres,
you know, it's like, okay, first off, those are, I respect all those. I love all those Pokemon.
Oh, those are legendary.
Those are the very first legendary Pokemon in Generation 1.
But it's the history of Rayquaza. Knowing that he was one of the first Pokemon to ever exist. It's just that level of power. For you to create the ozone layer and then, fly around in it. It's just, there's an amount of power to that,
Yeah, and he's one of the most powerful Pokemon in the entire Pokemon universe.
He's at least on, I looked on Bulbapedia, he's at least in the top 10 list. I mean, I have to show you after the podcast if we have time, but yeah, he's one of the most powerful Pokemon.
Yeah, and I must like it.
What is his HP in the games? Because you can capture him, right? You can capture him battle with him. He can be used in a backpack, right?
Yeah,
okay.
Well, all Pokemon can be caught and used, but
his HP has to be insane, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's got to be hard. One blast from him can probably take out one of your Pokemon, so you have to keep reviving and healing. But the thing about reviving and healing, it's like you can get in a vicious cycle of healing.
Oh yeah.
And you cannot even land an attack because you gotta I gotta keep my Pokemon alive.
And that's the only way you could either do that or you have to run. Because you do something we forgot to mention, we probably should have. We were talking about this, but you do have an option to one,
Except when you're in a trainer battle, because you're like, I can't run away from a trainer.
Right, but like if you have a wild Pokemon, you can run. Yeah, okay. So I mean, Rayquaza is absolutely amazing.
It's probably because he's like a Chinese dragon, so I love that. It's so
I know.
Cool.
If you guys don't know, Chinese dragons and Chinese, I guess you can call them Chinese religions, basically are like gods. They can control the weather, they can control,
Which is exactly the Weather Trio.
It was inspired by Chinese lore, by Chinese mythology. Yeah, that's amazing. So, wow. Not only does it have Christian influences, it also has Chinese mythology.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Probably got Greek mythology somewhere thrown in there, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure.
With, like, Zapdos, especially.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's basically probably like Zeus,
There is a Pokemon that's kind of like Zeus, but I can't remember his name. It actually looks like Zeus. He has, like, a lightning bolt in his
But I think Zapdos is also meant to be like Zeus, I think. I mean, tell me quickly. I think he's meant to be like Zeus, I think.
Yeah.
A little bit. Yeah, because of all the electricity. But yeah, anyway, back to the orbs, though. This is a Groudon again. Groudon Kyogre, obviously. The orbs are placed at Mount Pyre, which are to be eternally safeguarded. Also at this time, populations of the species known as Mew start to pop up in very large numbers. Which, that little fact surprised me. Because I always thought that Mews were rare. Like, I always thought that there was just one. And then they copied that and the DNA from that, and that's how they made Mewtwo. But apparently there were large numbers
Which
of them.
makes,
That actually makes a lot of sense.
Because
really.
I'm sure we're going to go into it here, but they are talking about how Mew is like the grandfather of all Pokemon.
Yeah, basically the ancestor, yeah.
Ancestor? Well, not grandfather, but ancestor, yeah.
It's all the same.
Yeah,
Because
and...
his DNA contains the genetic code of every single Pokemon on Earth.
Which would explain why there's only maybe one or two Mew left.
Yeah.
Because there's no... they all evolved and changed into those Pokemon that we see today.
Now here's a theory. Since Mew has the DNA of every Pokemon in him, there's a theory going around that Mew might have created Arceus. And then he created the universe. Because think about it. Mew has the DNA of every single Pokemon in him. That probably includes Arceus, correct?
Yeah, that would make sense, right?
So, we have it backwards? Because where did the egg come from? You know? You know what I mean?
The egg might have been Mew to begin with. Like, inside the egg was Mew, but then once Mew came out of the egg, then Arceus...
Have you heard of this theory? That Mew evolved into Arceus and then he made the universe, and that's a theory going around. I think that's a really interesting theory. That he was originally Mew, but then he evolved into Arceus, which then he made the universe.
Which it has a lot of, like, facts to back it up.
Yeah, I mean, because we don't know anything before the egg, you know? We don't really know anything, so how do we know that he wasn't Mew before, you know?
Good point.
That would make him a very powerful... Because he's already really powerful. I mean, obviously, he's Mew.
Yeah.
Yeah, That's something to think about, wow. That's interesting. Yeah, so there were very large numbers, which interested me. Over time, landmasses such as Mount Coronet, I think it's called, formed in a Pokemon called...
Regigigas.
Yeah, Regigigas, yep. Good job, Joe. Regigigas moves the continents, creating different regions, and also create 3 Titans called Regirock, Regice, and Registeel out of clay.
Oh, I love those 3.
I know, out of clay, ice, and Magmar. Yeah, I love them too. I mean, I don't know.
They appeared in the anime too. They appeared in the movies.
Regigigas looks like a robot, kind of, right?
Yeah, they're very robotic Pokemon.
He kind of reminds me of Madrillo from Ben 10.
Yeah.
With his little like the way he drills and stuff. That reminds me of. Yeah.
But they're very emotionless. You know, they don't really show much emotion. They don't have emotion. They're robotic.
The Sinnoh region itself is then created around Mount Coronet. During this violent creation, Stark Mountain is created due to shifts in the crust, and because of that, a Pokemon called a Hereward-Tran, I think it's called, is thrown in a pool of lava. Then Arceus...
Or Heatran, yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Then Arceus creates the adamant... Arceus, aka maybe Mew, we don't know now. Arceus, maybe Mew, creates the adamant, lustrous, and... Wait, lustrous? That's weird. That's weird. And creates the orbs before falling into a deep sleep. So basically, he creates everything, and then he's just like, oh, I'm gonna go to sleep, because I deserve it. Yeah, but back to one thing, though. This is something I was wondering. What is it at? Oh, yeah! Something that I didn't mention. The Regigigas had a religion formed around him. Did you hear about this? Mm-hmm. Because when he created the continents... Now, I don't know how the people didn't know about Arceus. If they did, they would probably worship him instead, you know?
Oh, heck yeah.
But, they probably didn't know about him. So, Regigigas, they worshipped him, saying, oh, you created all these continents and stuff, so worship you. Temples and stuff. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I forgot to mention that. That's pretty important, actually.
They're, like, basically worshipping a false god, because they do you know, they're, like...
Yeah. Because the real god is Arceus.
Like, Regigigas is, like, taking the fame that Arceus was the one that created Regigigas.
Arceus rightly deserves.
Yeah, he deserves all the praise for doing that. That's like, you know, praising another god for
Arceus, or maybe Mew, as I've said before, maybe Mew.
Well, no, it has to be Mew. It has to be, because if it's the ancestor of all Pokemon...
Yeah, that's kind of like a Pokemon paradox right there.
So
that's kind of like a paradox within itself, wow.
So Mew is technically the first Pokemon, even though it's entry 151 in the Pokedex.
Yeah, but then how do you explain Arceus creating the Well, as I said, it's probably that Arceus was originally Mew, and he evolved into Arceus while he was in the egg. Now, it could have been that the egg was there for millions of years, you know, and it evolved... I mean, we don't know how long the egg stayed in egg.
Oh, yeah, we don't know. We don't know the span of time between...
When the egg was there and when it hatched, yeah.
It's not like 7 days sort of thing.
No, like it's probably like millions of... Yeah, so it would have time to evolve, probably.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, billions of years probably or something. Okay, so now we'll move on to something called prehistory. Now, this
you want me to do that?
Oh, yeah, you do this. One more thing before I start though. So what do you think? Do you think that Mew is Arceus? Do you think that...
I think yes. Because it makes too much sense to not say that Mew is, you know, the ancestor of all Pokemon. I mean, obviously that's fact, but...
Yeah, like, I mean, the professors have said it, the Pokemon community knows it, you know?
I mean, like, think about it. If you go to talk to Professor Oak, which is by far the most brilliant professor ever to exist...
He's at least stupid.
But he has a lot of comical moments. But Professor Oak is very smart.
Remember
when he gets shocked.
Yeah. Those wobble gloves in Mom Patrick come in handy. Why? Wobble absorbs electricity. Great. Oh, classic moment.
But anyways, so Professor Oak, if you would happen to ask him about this, he would probably tell you the same thing.
Mew, yeah. So this begs the question, really quick. Then why didn't he just stay Mew? I mean, is it can he choose to evolve? If he's that powerful? Is it like, oh, I'm evolving and I can't control it? Or is it I want to evolve because I want to be... Maybe he evolved because he is small, and he changed his appearance to make him look like a big...
I know people
dude.
don't like this, but it's
Mew is kind of...
adapt to your environment. I know that's
the evolution thing,
evolution, but they do evolve. So
yeah, I mean, in the Pokemon world, it's a real thing,
yeah. So we're throwing, Christianity out the window with when it comes to Pokemon world, because this is different. It's not like we're trying to relate,
not to say, obviously Christians, obviously we're very devout, but
we're not trying.
To Pokemon world, it's
we're trying to keep that separate. So
obviously, the Japanese, people that make the game, so their religion's different than ours, but that's fine. Yeah, obviously, just throw Christianity out the window. Evolution's just in this world. Let's get that over with. That's done over with. That's okay.
So basically, my guess is that Mew has to adapt to its environment.
Yeah.
And so it's
like the survival of the fittest thing,
Yeah, survival of the fittest, and then it's got to evolve into whatever will work, say, evolve into Regigigas in order to make all the different lands, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, in this case, obviously, evolving into Arceus.
Yeah, so my question to you, Aiden, is why is there still Mew out there? You know what I mean?
Technically, there's only one Mew left.
But why is it still out there? Why didn't it evolve into something else?
Wait a minute. I have another theory. Could it be that Mew is also Arceus in its present form? He can evolve back and forth in between Arceus and Mew,
it might be disguised basically as Arceus.
Yeah, you remember Arceus in the Jewel of Life movie.
Yeah.
Obviously. Could that be Mew? But, he's not in his original form. You know what I mean? That'd be amazing. That'd be awesome.
We gotta, watch some Pokemon movies together.
Yeah, we have to, yeah.
Let's watch, we gotta watch the one with Rayquaza, the one with with Ash,
my gosh.
Ash, Brock, Max.
Yeah,
and,
that's a good
May.
one. Yeah, one of my favorite is the Wazi Darkrai. Those are my favorite ones.
Yeah.
That one's good.
We're gonna definitely rent some movies and watch them.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so let's get into the prehistory about this before we, I think we're gonna have to close out and go to the Weekly Geek Freak here soon, but...
We've gotten a lot done though, haven't we? We've a lot done for this, yeah.
So, the next era starts off 300 million years in the past. Millions of years before Generation 1, where the Mew population is falling drastically due to them evolving into different Pokemon, earning Mew the name the ancestor of all Pokemon, which we mentioned. Because his genetic code is full of DNA of every single Pokemon ever, an ancient form of Genesect is made living on land along with Kabuto and Kabutops, who live in the sea. Other species such as Aerodactyl, Lileep, Cranidos, Shieldon, Tortuga, Shell Rider, and Amistar arise, where they began to become widespread until an asteroid pretty much made all these Pokemon extinct, but gave rise to the human race.
Which is kind of like what happened in real life with the dinosaurs.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
Wow,
that's why, if you ever watch
you
ever watch the anime, they try to bring Kabuto and Kabutops back from the dead, basically.
Yeah, because they were wiped out. Yep.
Yeah, and it's kind of scary, too. There's, some scary episodes with Kabutops, chasing Team Rocket. All you see in the cave is, a red eyes, and, you can see, the claws.
Yeah,
because they have, Kabutops, has, this big...
Yeah.
Basically, a scythe.
Yep. Oh, he's like the Grim Reaper.
Yeah, it's Grim Reaper times 2, because he's
got... Oh my gosh, 2 of them, yeah. Oh, dude, and then Tortuga. That Pokemon name reminds me of...
It's basically a big, sea turtle thing.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And back to Tortuga really quick, though, that name reminds me of Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah, you know that. Have you watched those movies?
Oh, yeah, some of them, yeah.
Yeah, Tortuga, is the place, the ball where all the pirates go.
It's also a name of a rum cake.
Yep.
Tortuga, which is...
When I hear Tortuga, my guys are Pirates of the Caribbean, that's me. I love those movies. But also Genesect. Wait.
Genesect is very
Wasn't Genesect because I'm confused. Was it Genesect another Pokemon created by science, though?
Kind of like Mewtwo? I think we're talking early forms of Genesect.
Because Genesect looks robotic. He looks like he's made by...
He is. He was worked on in the lab, just like Mewtwo. Remember, Mewtwo was in that movie with Genesect.
Yeah.
Because basically they bond. they're like, you were created in a lab too, just like me. You
Oh,
know,
like
sort
kind of
thing.
like support group thing.
You know, they like, wow.
I was a beast too. With the scientist. Yeah, like that kind of thing. Yep.
Yeah. So
Come on, man. Let's hug us out like brothers.
Hug it out.
Oh man.
So, anyways, I think that was probably an early form of Genesect.
Yeah. Okay. Did they still have laser cannons?
I don't think that was added on. Yeah.
That movie was awesome though too. Oh my word.
I gotta watch that again.
I know that movie was awesome.
Very good animation.
Yeah. Oh my word. Yes. The battles were insane as well. Oh my gosh.
So 100 million years.
was awesome.
So 100 million years pass, and we are now in the Ice Age. During this Ice Age, Pokemon such as Mamoswine flourished, which is basically like
Kind
what?
of like a those big elephant Pokemon. I can't remember. Not Pokemon, but elephant creatures.
Woolly Mammoth.
Woolly Mammoth. Yep. There we go.
And also during this time, the species of Magikarp mutates due to unknown reasons, making it become weaker. So
supposedly it was stronger. Was it a Seeking before it evolved into Magikarp?
Wait, Seeking?
Seeking is the evolved form of Magikarp, right?
No, Seeking is a different Pokemon completely.
Well,
that's a fish. That's another fish.
Well, it said that mutated. So could it be that it actually mutated into different Pokemon? You know?
No, I'm talking about like it just like genetically it's weaker.
Because
now.
in the real world of evolution, the theory goes that we come from monkeys, right?
Yeah.
So why can't that be the same in the Pokemon universe? Well, you know, Magikarp could evolve into a Seeking could de-evolve into a Magikarp, you know?
I mean, it's possible.
I think it's wiped out by the asteroid, you know?
I don't know if that's... But anyways, fast forward millions of years, and we are now 3,000 years before generation 4 and 5.
No, generation 5 and 6.
5 and 6, sorry.
Yeah.
During this time, the relic items are created. Also, a huge war known as the Kalos War breaks out, in which the ultimate weapon is created underneath
Now, this is cool.
Geosenge Town, which I remember that.
Yeah.
Which gives rise to something called Mega Evolution.
This is what I love. This is the Mega Evolution story. This is how they were made.
Yeah. And then 1,000 years before Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, a meteor shower hits, causing Kyogre and Groudon to reawaken and battle again, where Rayquaza once again stops them, but this time by activating the world's first Mega Evolution, where he calms the two.
Now, can I kind of talk about how the Mega Evolution came really quick, because I think...
Wait, based on Rayquaza?
No, based just in general, like that
Okay,
weapon.
yeah, go ahead.
It was basically, Joe, wasn't it, a scientist was, like, wanting to bring his dead Pokemon back to life, right?
Yeah.
So he fired a weapon, and that basically created a parallel universe, one where the Mega Evolution was never created, and the other where it was, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And in the other universe, the Mega Evolution universe, obviously Rayquaza learned it, and that's what we were just talking about, so yeah. That's basically what happened.
And here's the thing, for people who don't know about Mega Evolution, Mega Evolution isn't something where they evolve and they, you know, that's like their final evolution.
Yeah, this is like a stone. I would like to compare it more to, like, Ben 10 Ultimate Alien, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, where they, like, level up for a short term.
Yeah, you know, when, you know, Ultimate and everything, that's a good thing, but yeah. Or, like, in, more, I guess, more geared toward Pokemon, Bakugan, you know, when you upgrade the level or whatever. Like something like that, yeah, basically like that.
But yeah, so they Mega Evolve, but they stay that way for a while until the end of the battle, then they turn back into their previous evolution.
Yeah, so it's like a power of Mario, basically.
Yeah, like a super power.
My favorite is Mega Charizard. He looks so awesome.
Yeah, Mega Charizard. There's two different Mega Charizards. Yep. There's Mega Charizard X and Mega Charizard Y.
My favorite is whatever the blue one is.
Yeah, that's Mega Charizard X. That's
that's the one of Pokemon Origins. What did we use to take down Mewtwo? That battle was awesome.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that show?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, that was really awesome. Go, Mega Charizard! It was awesome. And that is all you need to know about the prehistory. Now we move on to the recent history.
Do you think we should go ahead and move on to the Weekly Geek Freak? Save a half hour for you to talk about it.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. So, part 2, guys, we're going to continue
the recent history.
Recent history, yep.
Which is actually a pretty good place to stop, so, you know, we can, kind of, like, divide the two. So.
Yeah, this is part 1, obviously, there's going to be part 2, and just a little foreshadowing, we're going to be talking about a lot of things like Pokemon centers and stuff, Rosevelle's Pokeball creation and all that. So, watch part 2 when that comes out, and yeah, we're going to continue this creation story, and continue the history of this world. It's just so fascinating, dude. This is so much
to talk about. I mean, we might even do another one. I don't know how many Pokemon podcasts we're gonna do because
there's so much lore. There's so much.
I mean, it's as long as Aiden wants to keep doing it and I want to keep doing it, we'll just keep on making multiple ones. But so we're definitely gonna be talking more about Pokemon, multiple podcasts. We want to do one where we like talk about
our favorite Pokemon,
like our favorite Pokemon, and go in depth, like like different like the different type disadvantages and advantages,
and different types of Pokemon in general, like electric and all that.
Oh yeah,
and also we have something very specifically for legendaries. So we're talking about more about that, like which we could talk about Mew and stuff more specifically them.
Maybe we can have like a podcast over just the most powerful Pokemon.
Yeah, maybe then we should just rename that to most powerful. Yeah.
We'll just change the name at that point, but yeah.
Yeah, alright, so that concludes part 1. So do you have any finishing thoughts before we move on to the Really Geek Freak?
Nope. Other than just stay tuned for more of those, because more Pokemon podcasts, that is.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna have so much fun with that.
Yep, lore is amazing in this world. It's
and
so
please do let us know if there's something about the Pokemon world that you want us to cover that
we forgot,
or that we may not get to, if we like completely forget about it before we even get there,
or something that we got blatantly wrong.
Yeah, please point that out.
Comments, yeah, please. We don't want to spread lies, especially with a fan base as dedicated as this. We're gonna, if there's anything wrong with this, they're gonna pile on us like zombies.
Yeah, exactly.
It's such a dedicated fan base.
So let's move on to the Weekly Geek Freak.
Woo! Okay, Weekly Geek Freak. Let's go. All right, so there's this game that I know. I am going to get so jumped because of this game. I'm gonna say it anyway, okay? Don't kill me, guys, okay? Don't jump on me like a pack of zombies, okay? This game is called No Man's Sky. This game is... it's a complicated history, okay? Basically, it's this game it's a space exploration game for the PS4 and for the PC. And basically, and soon Xbox One. Basically... Jared, you wanna know what this game is, don't you?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Basically, this game was first announced at the VGA, Video Game Awards, back in 2013.
Oh, wow.
And it promised a lot. It promised, now, this game mode is absolutely huge. I will give it that. This game mode is huge in terms of scale. It's like the size of the whole real universe. There's 18 quintillion planets, and only about, 1 million people played the game, so... I did the math, and in order to complete the full game, you need to be alive for 585 billion years. In order to complete the whole game. That's how massive this game is. Dang. But the reason why it's so hated, it's probably one of the most hated games in history now. It probably is. Because the creator of the game, Sean Murray, and his company over there at Hello Games, they basically lied. They promised a whole bunch of stuff. They promised multiplayer, they promised that you can get a bunch of ships, they promised that there will be cool, exotic, different alien species you'll be able to meet and trade with. There was space combat, there was, fleets of ships in command, and all that was a lie. The only thing the game had at launch was ship combat, different ships, different aliens, which even then the variety of the aliens wasn't that big as to something like Xenoblade, which obviously you know what Joe knows what that is.
Oh yeah, they got a lot of varieties of different creatures that you can encounter, and different strengths and different sizes.
Yeah, and it's just I mean, they look cool, but basically the variety is like here. Here's an animal with eyes on its front. Here's an animal with the eyes on its back. Basically, that's a variety. Is what that is. That's not much
pretty
variety.
Basic.
Yeah, it's not like Mass Effect. That's another cool game. But yeah. First of all, though, the hype for this game was built up so much. It was like, what's the game, Joe, that you know there was a bunch of hype built up for?
Oh, Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, that game was hyped, immensely, but take that and times it by 100. And over 3 years, Joe. Imagine the hype, that was built for that.
Oh.
And then it comes down and it turns out to be a complete disappointment. 6.8 was its highest score.
Out of 10?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but I think they're gonna do a re-review because there have been updates to the game. And with a game this messed up on when it launched, you would expect a company like Hello Games. Now, keep in mind, Hello Games the total company people is only about 14 people in the whole company working on this game. Only about 14 people for staff. That's Sean Murray, the director of the game, and all the other programmers and stuff, So when you only have a company of 14 people, a staff, and a game fails as miserably, you expect the company to just shut down and just forget the game completely,
Yeah, to try to basically sink out of existence.
Because with a game this bad,
they're like, you'd think you'd be ashamed of it. And you're
but they have stuck with it. They have been adding updates to the game. The first one is the Foundation update that basically allows you to build bases and stuff. Wow. The second one was known as the,
Like Fortnite?
No, these bases cover entire planets.
Oh, wow.
These are huge bases. You can build them underwater, you can build them, in space. It's amazing. Well, not in space, but yeah. You can claim
is it kind of like Minecraft in the sense that you can build, a house?
Yeah. That's what No Man's Sky has been called. It's basically been called Minecraft in space. Basically what
Oh
it's
my
been
gosh.
called. Yeah.
But a much better graphically wise. Oh, yeah.
And then there's this other one called Atlas Update, I think it's called. I might be getting mixed up. Yeah, the Atlas Update, which introduced things called exocrafts, which are basically like little rovers. Have you ever seen the movie The Martian?
Yeah.
Remember that huge rover he rides in? Mm-hmm. But traveling Mars, that's basically like that, but with rocket boosters.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. And then they're coming out with a new update coming in just a couple of days, actually, at the end of July. It's going to be called the Next Update, and this is what everyone's excited for. This is probably going to be the thing that puts them on the map. Now, this update is supposed to drastically improve the graphical fidelity. Huge graphical updates, like terrain. You know, terrain's supposed to be updated. The look of the ships is supposed to be updated. There's supposed to be more variety in the animals, the way they look, the way they act, the way they sound, you know? There's supposed to be more variety in the way that you can destroy stuff. Most of it you can destroy. But not only that, they're supposed to add 16 quintillion more planets to this update.
Wow.
Yeah. And also, you're supposed to have full multiplayer now. So, in the Atlas update, they had multiplayer, but it's like a base version of it, you know?
So what was it like when they first released the game? How was the multiplayer?
Oh, there wasn't even multiplayer.
Even though they promised it in the initial...
Here's the way they promised it. They promised the way that you would meet a person in real life, basically. Like, you would have to describe yourself to... The other person would have to describe you to yourself, basically. Do you get what I'm trying to say? What your avatar looks like, they have to describe what you look like, you know? And it meets, like, spontaneously on the fly, you know? Like you'd meet someone in the street, in, like, a solar system, you know? But that was a lie, and yeah. But... it's gonna be full on multiplayer, and what's really cool is that the way you meet is still the same, they promise. Now, with No Man's Sky, I've kind of grown to take everything they say with a grain of salt. I mean, that's understandable, right, Jared?
Oh, exactly. With it, if someone's gonna lie to you once, you're like, well, you might lie to me again. So I don't know if I trust you yet, you gotta prove it.
Yeah.
So that's basically, like, they dug themselves in a hole, so...
a very big hole, yeah.
Yeah, and they're promising that they're going to make it better, but,
which,
you know...
They have been, but these updates have made it better.
I know, but initially they said that the game was going to come like this, and it didn't. And
it was a steaming crap pile.
Yeah. Like,
yeah.
And what me and Aiden were speculating is that the fans rushed the game.
Yeah, yep. It's not Hello Games' fault. Guys, don't blame Sean Murray. It's our fault. Because we were the ones that, said, hey, it's been 3 years, release this game right now. We didn't let them, you know, take their time at the game. That's why it sucked, you know? This is what happens, guys, when you trust the hype machine. This is a textbook description of what happens when you build up hype, you know? A textbook description of what happens, you know?
But at the same time, even if the fans are the ones to blame for it, it's also Hello Games' fault, because...
Hello Games. Because they didn't ignore them. They didn't say, we're gonna keep making it like we're doing and you guys can wait.
They could have just shut themselves out from the outside world, outside of social media.
Which coincidentally is what they did when the game failed, actually. Before they released the update, they would, like, sign up for 6 months. Wow. I mean, like, you guys could have done that before you released the game.
Yeah.
And kept working on it. Yeah, that's crazy to me, but yeah.
That's the problem. I mean, there's people that, you know, are getting, like... maybe the developers, they didn't experience that much hype before. Like, they didn't have to deal with it.
Yeah.
So they're like, they didn't know how to handle it. And they're like, well...
the only game they made before was a game called Joe Danger on, like, the iPhone. I don't know what that game is.
I have not.
Yeah, it's basically an iPhone game, and they moved from that to creating a game for PC and PS4. That's a huge jump, you know? You have to learn a whole bunch of different coding techniques and everything.
Like, the controls are completely different, because, like, for iPhones, there's, like, just touchscreen controls. Yeah. Really. And that's really simplistic.
Yeah.
Like, people that call themselves gamers, and they're playing on their phone, like, wow,
they're not gamers.
Let's
just say they're not gamers.
They're not really even gamers at all. I mean, I can give them the title maybe of casual gamer.
Yeah.
Because the people that play Pokemon Go, like we said before, they're casual gamers. They're not, most of them are not even hardcore mainstream Pokemon
They're doing what the people
players.
in No Man's Sky did. They're jumping into the hype train.
Yeah.
And joining the hype train. Woo, woo, here we goes.
Exactly. Yep. Same thing with, like, football teams and stuff, you know. Team starts
winning. Don't even get me started.
They'll jump on it and be like, oh, wow, the Patriots won this many Super Bowls. I'm gonna...
even more relevant to us, the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
LeBron James, you know, he was with the Cavaliers. He won a championship in 2016.
Like, oh, yeah.
And you get all these, like, Fairweather fans that are like, well, I liked the Cavs a long time ago and they're really good. And now the Cavs are doing good again. I'm going to like them again, you know? Like, I hated them for a while. I was an LA Lakers fan.
This is especially an issue for people who all stay true. Now, this team is bad, but I will say the most loyal fans ever in any sport have to be the Cleveland Browns fans.
Yep, that's me. I'm a Cleveland
Yeah,
Browns fan.
they have to be the most dedicated fans ever of any team I've ever seen.
Yep.
Going 0-16 yet you still love them. That takes some dedication right there.
Yeah, those are the hardcore fans. Now,
oh yeah.
say the Browns start, we're going a little off topic here, but say the Browns, win, 7 games or something, you're going to get those fans that are fair weather fans, and they'll be coming back to the Browns.
Yep.
And they're going to be the same exact ones that like the Cavaliers, for a while. And now that the Cavs lost LeBron, of course, all the fair weather fans
are gonna leave.
They're leaving now.
And go back to their hometown teams.
Yeah, now the Cavs are in rebuilding. Browns are getting close to breaking through the slump they're in.
Oh, dude, cool thing really quick. Me and my dad and my dad's friend and my little brother are going to a Browns practice soon. It's gonna be on August 6th.
Oh, nice.
So we're gonna get to see how they're warming up before me, you, and Alex go to the game.
Oh,
in September.
You'll enjoy that.
Yeah, I'll get to see them. I'll put back to you how they're doing.
Yeah.
I'll get to see if they're doing good. We'll get to see a couple scrimmages, that they're called.
Yeah, which is the practice, yeah.
Yeah, see how they're doing. See if they actually look like a good team this year. I mean, it's not that they're a good team, it's just that their coaching staff is absolutely horrendous.
It was. Now it's better.
Minus Hugh Jackson, if that's his name, right? Hugh Jackson, I think it's
as a head coach.
Yeah, he's been doing good, but the offensive coordinators and stuff are just a horrendous mess.
Not now.
Not anymore, no.
Because they got the Steelers offensive coordinator.
Sorry, Alex. You guys came to us. Yeah, so, okay, back to the men's schedule. Yeah, basically that's all we need to know, is that it was a steaming crap pile, but they are doing their best to, recover, and who knows, maybe in 3 years. People say that if you give them 3 years, that this could be one of the best space exploration games ever made. If you give them time to rebuild. Like, Joe, what do you think about this?
I think it's nice that they're making good with what the promises that they made before, finally making it up to the fans that were like, wow, this game's gonna be really good, and then all of a sudden that big disappointment that it didn't come with what they said it was gonna come with.
Yeah,
it's great that they're fixing the problem now, but my question is, and it's a concern that I'm sure many people are thinking too,
me myself included, yeah, because I felt one of the
hype
train.
Is it actually going to? Well, one of them is, are they going to fulfill their promise that they're saying?
First and foremost, yeah.
Second, if they fulfill the promise, will it actually help sales of the game?
Yeah.
Because you're not sure yet, because it's only a couple years old, but
the game
either way,
2016. So.
Yeah, so it's only a couple years old now. So the question is it too old to revive it?
Yeah, yep. Are they just basically, are they beating a dead horse now?
Yeah.
With this game. Which I don't think so.
Is it a waste of time?
I don't think so. This is like LeBron's promise, I'm going to bring a championship to Cleveland. Same kind of thing. They're promising that they're going to make the game better. Yeah. So I don't know. Okay, this is something that some YouTuber said. I was researching the game last night. They said you have two choices. Either buy the game and trust that they're going to make it better, but you're helping a company that basically screws you over and is one of the worst gaming companies ever, and their PR marketing sucked. They're basically supporting the worst developers ever of a game to ever happen in existence. Or you don't buy the game, but you are potentially missing out on one of the greatest games ever made if they fulfill their promises.
And that's the same thing with which kind of goes back to the point when I'm talking about at the beginning of the podcast with Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee.
Yep.
It may be a horrible game, but what if you miss out on that really great game? What if it's a really good game? People are like doubting it, but what if it's really good?
From now.
Because people doubt Pokemon all the time, but they've always...
yeah.
Every game gets doubt. Like, they're like, oh, the next Mario game, that doesn't look fun.
Even games like The Last of Us get doubt, which that thing is a masterpiece.
Yeah, and so, like, Pokemon has never ceased has always ceased to amaze us.
Me and you, Joe.
I've never been completely disappointed at all. Like, maybe there's little disappointments here and there.
There are some features that are like, okay, this
like, wow,
what now?
Yeah, or like it's missing a feature.
But these are small complaints which are vastly lapped by the awesomeness that is Pokemon.
Yeah, so I've never been really like truly disappointed.
No.
So which goes to say like, well, maybe I should just go ahead and get this new game coming out.
Yeah.
Give them the benefit of the doubt.
Unlike Hello Games, Nintendo has proven themselves. They are the king of...
Yeah, that and Game Freak. Game Freak is the one that
as much as I hate to admit it because I'm a PlayStation fan, Nintendo is the king of gaming. I'm sorry, but they are. They have done a lot. They've changed the gaming industry ever since early 1980s.
Yep.
They've been... Yeah, so that's basically what you need to know about No Man's Sky. Jude, is there anything you want to talk about?
Nothing specifically. I didn't really come up with anything for the Weekly Geek Freak, but...
Well, okay, we can bring up some stuff that was shown at E3 for Nintendo really quick if you want.
I don't know, I think we kind of went over E3 a lot.
Okay.
Any more speculation on the, Pokemon game?
Oh,
Let's see.
that's what,
Any more?
What is it gonna be like? Now we're talking about the 2019 one, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Either that, we could go back and forth. We just got to make sure we tell everyone what we're talking about. But I think the 2019 one is going to be interesting because there's always that little excitement like, wow, we're going into a new region with all new Pokemon. And you're like, well, I'm not even sure what type of Pokemon there could be. There might be something really, really cool.
Yeah.
Or, sometimes new Pokemon take a while to get used to. You're like, well, that's a cute Pokemon, or that one looks really strong, but some generations are better than others.
Yeah.
Like, I've enjoyed all the generations. Some Pokemon I don't like, some I do.
Yeah, just like, one of them is, I don't know because he might be a classic, but I don't really like Psyduck. He's kind of a useless Pokemon to me. He's just like, why is he
Psyduck's been like a fan favorite, though, in the anime.
He's been a meme, too.
Yeah.
He's been made into a meme countless times. He's basically the meme Pokemon,
Yeah,
So is Pikachu, ironically. Well, not ironically, he's the mascot, so...
Well,
I
Pikachu...
I kind of expect that.
Wasn't it, Clefairy or something was supposed to be, the mascot?
Oh, yeah, yep. But then I'm so glad they made it Pikachu instead. I'm so glad.
Pikachu's more iconic than Clefairy, by far.
Yeah, because it was Lightning Bolt tail.
Yeah. But anyways, I think that the new Pokemon game is going to have a lot of surprises that fans are going to be interested to explore because it's all new stuff. Now, compared to the one that's coming out in 2018...
That's the most recent one that's coming to us.
Yeah, it's basically a remake of the
Pokemon Yellow Gold.
Yeah, which is...
Well, Pokemon Heart Gold, sorry.
Which is the... No, not Heart Gold. Is it?
Yeah, because that's the one that has the 3 different Pokemon where you can follow around. You can follow you
well,
around. Yeah.
But it has, a lot of the old, region. It has the Kanto, right?
Well, yeah. Well, it's a combination of Pokemon Yellow Gold with the gameplay mechanics of Pokemon Heart Gold.
Oh,
so it's basically a common hybrid, okay.
Yeah, because I thought it was, the original, Kanto region, and then...
Yeah, okay.
Then you have, the original era. So basically, I think what they described in the trailer, it's, they show... that you're re-exploring area that you already re-explored before, but in a new way.
Yep, in a new, innovative way.
New, innovative way.
Updated graphics, soundtrack, obviously, and everything, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure they're going to have a lot of the classic music, but even...
Which I'm excited for.
Yeah, which is great. Another cool thing, whether it's cool or...
And it's being developed by Game Freak, so I'm excited for that.
Yeah, whether you like it or hate it, there's a new feature where when you're encountering wild Pokemon... Just like in Pokemon Go, you're able to see what Pokemon you're encountering.
Yeah.
Which some people like the fact of being surprised by what's going to come up, on the screen.
They like the unpredictability.
Yeah, because there might be a Pokemon that's a rare one, or even a legendary. Sometimes you get, some of those four-legged legendary ones, I think there's, Suicune or something?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
I don't know, I think so.
But I am more along the lines of the old games, so you're like, and you wouldn't know what one would come up,
Yeah.
There's a new Pokemon in the wild grass, and it just spawns out of, yeah, I like that system a lot better.
Yeah.
Because it's just, the unpredictability, I love that.
Me too.
I love the unpredictability of that. So I think to wrap up our thoughts here, dude, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna get this new game, the new game that's coming, and then get the one that's coming in 2019, or are you just gonna wait until 2019 to get the big one?
I'm gonna get both of them.
Okay.
I think that's the best thing to do because I get to experience this one that's supposedly bridging the gap between the casual and the hardcore gamers. So I want to get that one plus the 2019 game.
Okay. I don't know yet. I might get the upcoming one, but I'm more geared towards saving my money for 2019 one because I know it's probably gonna come with a bunch of DLC and stuff.
I mean, if you don't get the 2018 one, you can always play mine.
Yeah,
because it's guess what? It's multiplayer. So
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that basically wraps that up, dude.
Yeah, and stay tuned for next podcast. We're gonna stick with the Pokemon.
Yeah, talking about part 2.
We're gonna
continue creation, and we're gonna have a little bit of surprises, but also feature us talking about our favorite Pokemon growing up.
Yep. So thank you to everyone listening to this part 1 of our Pokemon podcast, and stay tuned for more.
See you guys.